What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you with another cryptocurrency stream. And guys, the Bitcoin price has had a massive dump over about 6% just overnight. I want to tell you guys exactly what I'm looking for in the price action for a recovery, or are we going to keep heading down? And guys, I wanted to talk about many alts, lots of them testing trend lines. Are we going to be breaking trend? Are we breaking down, guys? There's a lot to go over, but I want to be brief, guys. I just want to update you on all these coins real quick. Let's dive right into the price action. If you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and guys, let's dive right into it. All right, guys, so check it out. We definitely have this big descending wedge here, okay? And a whole bunch of little wedges in between, guys. And what's really nice is all the patterns really did play out pretty nicely. So, for instance, measured from the back of this wedge, point of breakout, that target was actually hit. Same with this wedge, measured from the point of breakout, right there, easily hit, guys. I mean, it's all over the place. Look at this. It's all over. They are all over the place. I don't even keep measuring them out for you guys, but look at all these projections, guys. Just perfect. And we're probably going to get a breakout to the right pretty soon. But here's what I'm really looking at, guys. Check out down here. Let me zoom in here for you. Alright guys, so as you can see, we kind of broke trend line for a brief moment, guys. Definitely everybody a little bit worried right there, but we're back above it. We are back above the VPVR line. Guys, that's a really good sign. That's a major point of support, which was acting even as a resistance briefly within the last 24 hours, but we are above it right now, and it does look like we are breaking out of this smaller pattern within the pattern. But guys, remember what I always say, when in doubt, zoom out. So for instance, we could go to the hourly, and then you would go to the 4 hour. But guys, I want to show you something very specific here. I'm actually going to go over just to another chart for simplicity. Alright guys, and on the long term, this is exactly what I'm looking at right here. Okay, so basically we've formed a big, either horizontal or ascending triangle. It kind of looks horizontal, to be honest, because ascending would be, you know, perfectly straight like this, and we just have too many touches. So 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touches there. So that's what it is. It's a solidified line, and we do have 3 touches basically on the bottom. We didn't quite touch here, but 2 touches. That's still pretty good. Okay, so we're definitely, you know, still within this big pattern here, guys. So, you know, I'm not, you know, going crazy yet, worrying about it here, but you know, we could, you know, retest back down here and then kind of play around and then hopefully, you know, get a breakout up here. That's what we'd be looking for. Okay. And how I'm going to tell which way it's actually going to go is I'm going to bring up my EMAs, specifically the 7 and the 20. Okay. So for the short term, just in general, you can actually see already on the 4 hour, we have a crossing of the 7 through the 20. We even go down to the hourly. Okay, that cross still there, right around 58, 554. It was like a little bit down here on the 4 hour. But then you also bring up your 55, and you can see on the 1 hour we have broken our race. That means we are going to be moving down. And guys, yes, we do have some good green volume coming in right here. Okay, so it's kind of reading both ways a little bit. Like the volume's reading, hey, we could be moving up, but the EMAs are reading, hey, we could be moving down. Okay, guys? So kind of what I think will happen is we'll get something like this, kind of almost moving sideways, okay? Not down like that, but sideways, okay? So like over this way, okay? And then hopefully we'll get some good volume back in the market right here, and then that'll start to push the price back up, okay, guys? But there's no guarantees. Remember, we have to read it as it goes. But just in general, we are in this big pattern, okay? And then we do have the trend line right below it, which we are still respecting. So guys, remember what I always say, the trend is your friend until the end, guys. So that's what I'm looking at in the Bitcoin price action. And guys, if you just go to the 4 hour real quick, you zoom in here, you can see clearly we have broken the 55 moving average, okay? So that is a bearish sign. You know, usually when we break that, we end up moving in that solidified direction. So for instance, we broke it here, we moved down. Broke it here, moved up. Broke it here, could technically be moving down again. Okay, guys, that's what you should be reading there on the 55 moving, estimated moving average on the 55 there. Okay, so, you know, we're not out of the woods yet, guys. We still have some work to do, but I wanted to fly into some other coins. I just wanted to breeze over them, okay, guys? There's a lot of stuff to go over, so I just wanted to fly through it. Let's talk about Electroneum. Okay, guys, we have broken the trend. In my last video, I was talking about a recovery, and we were right here. okay? But we got rejected off the trend line, guys, straight up, okay? And then we ended up plummeting below the 55 again. So we're definitely in another make it or break it moment, guys. We need good volume. Look at this. We don't have a lot of volume right here. Okay, we need another one of these, okay? The reality is Electroneum is an amazing project, and any institution that gets involved will obviously push the price in massive ways. But we still have a lot of accumulators going on right now. In reality, when the regular people are buying, this is what the volume looks like. But when you get a big spike like this is a big buy or institution or somebody getting involved that has a lot of play. Okay, guys, so in general, what I'm going to be looking for, let's even just pull up the Bollinger Bands instead of the EMAs for this one. So what I'm looking for in the Bollinger Bands is that we cross the median right here. If we break the median, that is a good sign that we will be retesting the 55 moving average and hopefully pumping back up. But as you can see, the Bollinger Bands were actually tighter right here, and they're actually even more expanded right here. So I'm expecting, you know, like I said, a sideways movement and then maybe some just kind of punching around, okay? The volume, again, guys, the volume must come in for it to actually play out that way, okay? So we need another big volume candle, several big volume candles start to push that back up, guys. And I can't stress enough, guys, you know, I am not selling any of my Electroneum in any of these phases. Why would I do that? I got in at a point in 0018. I'm already up massively, you know, and in reality, guys, this coin still has a long way to go. So I'm going to be holding strong on this one, transparently, okay? Let's move right on to mana. So let's be real here, guys. These two circles right up here probably would have been the best time to take some profit. But even me, guys, I didn't take any profit here, guys. I believe in higher mana, okay? And I'm looking at the charts here. We do have a big ascending triangle. That's a very bullish sign. But the problem is we have broken below it, okay? So we are forming this new wedge right here. And for instance, we had this double bottom or W formation. We didn't actually hit the target. It actually got rejected. That's what that arrow means there. And then we've been moving down ever since. So going into the 1 hourly, okay, you can get a little bit of a clearer picture right here. I'm actually going to pull down the Bollinger Bands in a second. But for instance, when we broke the median, okay, off of the rejection of the resistance of the W formation, we ended up running down. And what's really interesting is if you pull up the EMAs, you can see everything crossing right there, guys. That's what I'm always teaching my students. Watch for the crosses, okay? This was a clear indication we were moving down in this one, okay? So we rode this wedge down. And yes, technically we could extend this and we're kind of still in it, but like it's, you know, it's pretty dirty here. It's pretty dirty. Hold on a second. Oops. Let me extend this down for you. And as you can see right here, you know, we're obviously just in it. You know, we're kind of just, this was what I would call oversold territory, and we're still kind of in this wedge. And like I always say about wedges, you don't know how far down they're going to go, and we're in another big wedge right here. So there could be a lot of playing around here, and what we need is a breakout right through here, guys. And then that would be a good sign mana is going to be recovering. And guys, if you want to just zoom out just real quick here, look at the trend line. Okay, we still have a little bit of breathing room here, and we're not out of, you know, but we're not out of the woods. Okay, so again, the trend is your friend until the end. Let's move over to storage. Okay, guys, it's almost a mimicking situation. Okay, almost the same. So I'm going to breeze right over this. Okay, we're in this big descending wedge here. Broke out of this big pattern here as well. I mean, this one was really dirty. There wasn't too much to go off of here. I was just kind of trying to end up drawing something, but we definitely had a double top up here indicating a top right there. And then we ended up moving down for sure. Okay, guys. So even you can see it in the EMA crossing right there. Okay, right there. And guys, let's talk about Link. Link's having a lot of really good motion right now. Sadly, it is pulling back just like the rest of the group, but we did pump up, retesting those highs again. We hit up around $35. So guys, this pattern definitely played out very nicely here. The W formation, remember we were talking about that in the last video, and bam, target was easily hit, guys. So again, waiting for a new pattern to play out. But as you can see, we do have some EMAs crossing already. We have the 7 hitting the 20, and the 7 crossing the 55. Is the 20 going to get pulled down and cross the 55, guys? Again, it all has to do with the volume. Keep an eye on the volume. If we get high volume, that will indicate the price movement in that direction, and then follow the EMAs. Looks like we're going to get a cross, though. So what that means is probably the price is going to kind of go like this, and then eventually, hopefully, some good volume comes in right here, and we punch up. Okay, guys? But again, that's not a guarantee. We don't have to punch up, guys. Remember, read it as it goes. Okay, one more coin I'd like to go over before I close up shop today would be Filecoin, guys. So let's be real here. I was talking in my last video about it punching up to $250. That's right up here, guys. Right there. So we came very close, guys. If you're looking for spot on calls, I don't know how much better to give them to you guys. We basically hit it. I mean, we're off by like $10. Let's be real, guys. If you caught my call, that was a great time to take some profits based on what happened with the price action. But even me, I held a majority of this coin, sold very small portion. I'm actually expecting much higher, okay? Now what's interesting is we broke the short-term trend. For instance, when we had the pump at the end of last month, okay, we formed technically a new trend line, okay, because we were respecting it for a while. But you know, this is the solidified trend, so we broke out of all of these patterns to the downside, guys. And if you do all the measurements, you can clearly see they all line up very nicely. Pretty dirty here. This one didn't quite hit, actually. And that's the thing with alt, guys. They're not always going to hit. Like, that's just the reality we're faced with. But again, striving for perfection. So again, I would like to see it just kind of get back into this and get a breakout to the upside or get a bounce off the trend line, and then we're in really good shape, guys. But again, you must watch and play it as it goes. Now, a great sign, we did get a lot of good volume in here. For instance, we were just down at $134. We're talking not even an hour ago, guys. So we're definitely getting a little bit of volume coming in, guys. I hope we can just start to push that 7 back towards the 20. And then, guys, for instance, I always tell you guys to play the breakouts. Watch for it to reach the tops of the pattern. Watch for the EMA crossing. Play your other indicators, Bollinger Band, Zigzag. Oh, geez, there's so many. Stoch RSI, the MACD, they all tell you that same story, guys. Be sure to check that out. And guys, just in case you missed my last video, I wanted to give you a quick update on what I found for April. Okay, so again, from 2017 to 2020, I'm going to give you the statistics for April. So 26.9, 2017, 2018, 30%, 2019, 28%, and 2020, 33%, guys. So I'm actually expecting this month to be really better than we've been seeing so far, to be honest with you guys. Usually after March, which is a typically down month for many, many years in the cycles, we see a recovery come mid-April. So it's April 7th right now. Okay. We're going to see, so it's April, 8th right now over here. And, I think around like the 12th or the 13th, we're going to start to see this really start to play out nicely. I'm expecting the bullish pressure to come in then. Okay, this is another weeding out, guys, and part of a little bit of a retracement period. This stuff happens in a bull cycle, guys. You have to just anticipate it and get used to it. Okay, otherwise it's going to drive you mad, straight up. So in general, guys, that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting recovery on these coins. Yes, it is scary, and yes, next video, straight up, if we tank even more, I'll be saying, hey, we broke trend, we broke that stuff, but guys, you're going to get all the indications in the charts prior to this even happening next video. Read the charts. They tell a beautiful story on which way the price action is moving, guys. And again, if you're not familiar with trading or still learning to trade or want to expand your knowledge in trading, guys, remember, I am offering classes on learning how to trade cryptocurrency, guys, and so far we are all really killing it. It's just a blast. We're having a great time, and once you get to Zion, which is my Discord channel that you'll be awaiting your sessions with me, you're going to see a lot of other like-minded individuals like yourself. And to be honest, guys, we're all making hand over fist money, which is just an amazing feeling, especially from most of us coming from regular jobs and now working a trading field and making good money, guys. It's just a very life-changing experience, guys. If you want to discover your financial freedom, reach out to us today at bitcoindeathstar@gmail.com. My buddy Mitch will be happy to accommodate you guys and get you guys into Zion and take great care of you guys. You're just in the best of hands here. I can't stress enough. And the reality is, guys, is someday, I will not be taking any more students. Basically, at the end of this week, I believe a wait list will be going into effect. So that just means, guys, we have so many people that we have a little bit of a wait going on. Like, for instance, if you sign up maybe after this week, you might be waiting about a month. But in reality, guys, reserve that time for yourself so you can get in and you're not waiting too long. You don't want to miss any more of this bull cycle. You do not want to miss any more, guys. The gains we are making are notable, Okay, guys, you can ask any single person in Zion. I don't know of anyone who's lost money, for instance, actually. So lots of good things, and lots of amazing times, guys. These are just biblical times in cryptocurrency. Remember, if you don't come from a rich family must come from you. And with cryptocurrency, I make it as easy as riding that wave. Guys, I am Crypto Matrix. I will catch you guys later.